guys, welcome back to the channel. So you can probably tell by the thumbnail that we are on a mission today. I've got the old coal burner fired up, got the trailer on the back, and yes, we are on the way to pick up our 2023 Can Am Renegade XMR 1000R, the beast of ATVs right now. So some of you guys that follow some of the off-road channels know that old Johnny over at WB Trailin', we did some wheeling and dealing, and he ended up with my Raptor 700R. So big thanks to him, big shout out to him, appreciate it, love his videos. Ironically, he just picked up a 2022 Can Am XMR 1000. So it's just kind of funny. We're both buying the same machines, but absolutely love his videos. And so the reason we're jumping to the XMR Renegade, as you know, we do a lot of riding as a family. My wife, she rides an Arctic Cat 300 DVX. My daughter, who affectionately goes by Squish on the channel, she rides a DS250 Can Am, and those are basically all sport quad machines. And we found a lot of the trails that we ride here in Ohio, specifically Wayne National Forest, Perry County. You know, those, unless you want to go extreme doing hill climbing and stuff like that, sport quads are awesome. A lot of open areas, they're awesome. But when you're riding with the family and you want to stick to kind of a lot of the green trails, blue trails, stuff like that, they tend to get a little muddy and they tend to get a little rutted out with all the side-by-side activity out there. So we found ourselves pulling each other out a lot. However, my daughter, my youngest one, she's full send when it comes to mud. She loves mud, so there'll probably be some upgrades in her future as well. But yeah, for our riding style and where we like to ride the most, I mean, we love Hatfield McCoy. Sport quads work great down there. Spearhead trails, which are heading in a couple weeks, that work great down there. Just love sport quads altogether, and that's really what we've been riding. But to get a little bit more enjoyment out of it, a little bit more capability, like I said, I cut Johnny a deal on my 700 Raptor, so you'll see a lot of videos on that. It's still around. Went to a great home. But yeah, so we're gonna go pick up our 2023 Can Am X3, our Can Am XMR Renegade 1000R. So we'll take you along for the ride, show you the pickup, show you on the trailer, and maybe we'll see if we can jump on it, get a quick little rip on it to give you my first impressions. But real excited to pick this unit up. Big thanks to John at JD. We'll just leave it like that. If he's watching this video, he'll know exactly who I'm talking about. Got me the hookup with a dealer that had one coming in pretty quick. They put in some early orders, got me at the front of the line, got me a good deal, got me a real good deal actually. So thank you, John, and let's get on the road.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all if you're patient, and soon it can all be worth it.
Well guys, check it out. It is here on the trailer. It's starting to rain. In fact, it might even snow here, but we will get it home, get it in the garage, and we will go over it some more. Heck yeah. All right guys, welcome back to the channel. Instead of seeing my face today, we're going to take a look at this awesome unit from Can Am. This is the 2023 Renegade XMR 1000R. This is probably the beast of all ATVs right now on the market, and I am super excited to have the opportunity to have it. And we are going to just kind of go over a little bit of this machine. You know, like I said, this is a top dog when it comes to ATVs, specifically Can Am. You know, the Outlander and the Renegade 1000 XMR are kind of like the flagship ATVs. So what makes this ATV so awesome? It's coming from the factory with cryptid mud tires, 30x9x14s on beadlock wheels. You're getting the Fox podium shocks, the Can Am 3500 winch, which some people say is not the greatest, but it does come winch prepped with the winch. It does have the steel cable. We'll probably go ahead and swap that out to a nylon cable. But basically on this machine, before we get into some of the changes, you're getting the front and rear bumpers, hand guards. This machine comes with the Visco 4-lock. It's got your 2 and 4-wheel drive, hold forward for a locker. Also have your mode selector, work mode, normal mode, and sport mode. Basically that's just all with the throttle as far as how sensitive the throttle response is. Allows you in sport mode to get that full throttle response, get all the torque and horsepower of the engine. When you get it down into work mode, I think some of the older models are eco, some of them might be eco. This one in particular says work mode. It really lightens up the throttle response quite a bit, and it's a little bit more manageable in tight trails. If you don't want, you know, the four-wheeler to be so jumpy, that's the mode that you want to be in. Probably like my wife or someone or the kids, they'll probably keep it in work mode, so it's not so snappy. With this quad, you're also getting the factory snorkel system, rhino horn, shark fin, whatever you want to call it. Probably the best offering from the factory from a snorkel system, in my opinion. You're getting the heavy duty foot pegs here. I mean, look how deep those are. It's going to take a lot of mud to get packed in there before you have any issues sliding around. Nice solid steel footboards there with some grip there on the edge. You know, with the Renegade, you don't get quite as good a mud coverage, but you do have some plastic fender flares on there to deflect some of it. Still comes with one key from the dealer. So they come programmed with the performance key. If you want another key, you'll have to get it programmed from your dealer, which is kind of janky considering the amount of money that you're spending on a unit like this. You got the full hand guards, the mud strap here to grab a hold of. You know, the tail lights on the 23 are basically the same as the prior units on the G2 Renegades. What's also nice about the Renegades is you get that open area there for the engine. A lot easier to clean, a lot easier to maintain, do maintenance in regards to the Outlander. They're essentially the same platform, just different plastic coverage. Got a 12-volt accessory here. And probably the biggest difference with the 23 versus, you know, the prior years is the headlights. These are LED headlights. I'm going to get up here so you guys get a good look at them. A lot of guys are questioning these on the groups and stuff. I've had it out the other night after dark, and I will say, as far as headlights go, man, they are super bright. I don't see the need for any other auxiliary lighting, light bars, anything like that. maybe some slight changes there in the grill in the front end, but basically the same unit. This is the liquid titanium with the Can Am red or magma red trim. So one thing I want to bring up on this unit, this is an early 23. So if you look on the Can Am website, it is going to talk about intelligent engine braking. And the early units, just like this one, didn't come with the IEB or intelligent engine braking. So they're not going to be available with that feature probably November to January from what I'm hearing from the dealer. But if you buy one, your IEB switch is going to be basically right here where you can control how much engine braking you want on the machine. So these are going to come with, if you got one like I did, the earlier models are just going to have the standard engine braking that was on all the machines prior to 2023 where that feature was just offered. So let's take a look at the display here a little bit and just kind of go over some of the features of the machine. So operation, not much has changed. Again, we got our DESS key there, and to engage the ECU and start to fire up the machine, go ahead and flip your kill switch over to engage, press your start button once, and it's going to kick on your display. And you can see the it's in work mode right now, so it's going to leave it's going to start up with the last mode that it was in, with the exception of sport mode. If you put it in sport mode and turn off the ECU, it's going to start in normal mode. So if we just flip through here, this is the operation. So you can see now I flip it once, work mode's off. So essentially that is normal mode. If I hold it again, we're going to hear a beep, and that's going to indicate sport mode. As regards to your four-wheel drive, basically you're going to push it forward. You're going to see your four-wheel drive engage, and then if we push and hold until we hear a beep, you're going to see a lock indication right there in four-wheel drive, meaning that your front diff is locked. And then you're also going to have a lighted backlit display right there. So now we just disengage it. We're back in four-wheel drive. As far as your dynamic power steering, you can change the settings right here at this button. I don't know if we have to start the machine or not, but we'll take a look here. If we press the button and hold. Oh, we must have to have it started, so we'll go ahead and do a cold start here. So now we have the machine running. We'll press the button here, and that's power steering to the max. Press it again. Press and hold, I'm sorry. That's going to put it in min. Press and hold. That's medium. I'm going to press and hold, and that's going to put it to the max. So our light controls, basically the same, low beam, high beam. We'll jump up and take a quick peek at those. So we're going to flip on the low beams. So there's our low beams. And when they're on high, you're going to get all four lights on. So we'll go ahead and flip that up to high. And as you can see, we got some pretty decent headlights there from the factory. They're not under lighted for sure now on the 2023. So you can see we got our high beam indication there. As we can go through the display, our mode selector there, that's our speed stat. So it's going to show the max speed we've had it at. I've actually ran it down the road, got her up to 60 mile an hour, just kind of playing around. Our engine temp, so it's going to display our actual engine temp there. You also have an analog, or I shouldn't say analog, you also have a digital display of your engine temp right there between hot and cold. Press it again, we're going to get our battery voltage. As you can see, it's right where it should be for a new machine, right? And then we can go into our settings and adjust the brightness and so on. And then also we have our RPM, so that's our idle RPM. Along with other controls here, we have our winch in and out. So we need to use the wrench. So basically that's the controls are basically the same from, you know, prior years. And again, just wanted to mention this unit is an early unit prior to November of 2022. So it does not have the IEB function. And, you know, quite honestly, you know, on their website, they say they're going to make a price adjustment, but in today's market, I'll doubt you get a price adjustment. My dealer did make a price adjustment of $100 because it didn't have the IEB and they didn't disclose it when they sold it to me. But they were very fair with the deal I got. Couldn't be happier with the purchase. So let's yeah, that's the overall machine. So if you guys have any specific questions, hit me up in the comments and I'll try my best to answer them. But hopefully we're going to get some good riding videos on this one here very shortly. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap this video up. Again, just a real short video picking up the 2023 Can Am Renegade XMR 1000R. As you know, I've done some wheeling and dealing on another unit I had, my 700R Raptor. Me and Johnny over at WV Trailing did some wheeling and dealing, and we got things worked out. As we were talking, I was talking about this unit. He was talking about getting an XMR, and we both kind of picked up XMR 1000s at the same time, so really cool about that. Hopefully we'll get together, do some riding, get the, I'm gonna refer to them the twins. His is a 2022, same collar, same everything as the 2023, so pretty excited about that. If you guys like these videos, there's gonna be a lot more riding videos coming up, dip into some more reloading. We're gonna have to talk about that a little bit with some of the new community guidelines, so we're gonna have to get creative yet again on that front, but stick around with us there. We appreciate it. Again, hit that like, subscribe, share button if you like these videos. But yeah, our next video probably coming out with this unit here is going to be in maybe a couple weeks. We're heading down to Coal Canyon again. Got some family stuff going on, so we're going to take this unit down there, try to do some riding, get it broke in real good. So until next time, guys, God bless.